Glasgow was a founding member of Lighting Urban Communities International, LUCI, and that network of international cities has grown from being 6 who started the conversation with the city of Lyon to create a network that allowed us to learn and understand the role that light can play in the development of a city. And by focusing on light, you've been able to change and signal regeneration, but also signal new ideas, create interest, and celebrate and reveal the city.
The history of lighting in Glasgow has not just been about making artistic invention to help you see the city in a different way. It's also been about bringing a sense of safety and visibility to communities. The simple fact is we live in the Northern Hemisphere, so we live in the dark for large periods of time, and lighting can, particularly if you find key features like the water towers or various sort of really interesting elements within the built landscape, and bring them to the fore at night, it just creates a sense of belonging, and it creates a sense of ownership, particularly if those sit not just in the city centre but in some of the outlying communities.
With a little bit of light, everything becomes extraordinary. And by the City Council committing to having a lighting strategy and then developing this so that it became part of the policy arena, it became part of the looking for new technologies, looking for changes, it's shown that the city is a responsive city, and light is the thing that has made that difference.
Glasgow had its first lighting festival in 2005. And then after that, another one in 2007, where nearly 100,000 people attended. When there's lighting and projects at night time or a lighting festival, it lifts everyone.
Radiance was a really good experience. I mean, just to name 2 pieces, we did a wonderful work called Trapped, and in 28 windows we put 28 projectors, and we were able to make it look as if vast insects were crawling about inside the building. So we created it so it would read as one image, but it was split into 27 parts. It's a really, really powerful piece of work, and just a great reuse of a standard Victorian building and a standard facade. The other work, which has reappeared just now, which you can see down at the Contemporary Art Gallery at the end of Ingram Street, is Ross Sinclair's Real Scotland work.
And this all fits with the work that Glasgow's been doing on the Lighting Urban Communities International Charter on Sustainable Urban Lighting, which is about the responsible use of light, looking at light pollution, looking at how you can dim light, how you can make light in the right place at the right time. And Glasgow has been looking at how these new technologies can start to be rolled out.
There are many community organisations doing their own lighting projects, which is so important. One of the major housing associations in our city, they're actually lighting up quite a number of the high flats, and many of the people that live in it tell me they feel really secure at night time.
The lighting strategy is really important to the city because it can shine a light on areas that maybe have issues with them or are neglected or underappreciated. We developed a local group with 12 young people from both sides of the river, so a school, Bannerman High School in Glasgow, and 2, Cathkin and Trinity in South Lanarkshire. Right from the start, it was a community-led project. One of the reasons the project was so successful and actually engaged the community was because it was a lighting project, and it was really exciting and dynamic, and did actually change fairly quickly the bridge itself.
You do something and then you get displayed, it just makes you proud of your work.
Curriculum for Excellence is something that's really, really important in terms of Scottish education. And one of the key aspects of that is about active learning, and there can be no better way in engaging young people in active learning than actually having them work in a real life project, not just something that happens in the classroom, but something that has an impact on the community that they work in. And I think that's been a real strength of the project.
At first it's like, feels a little bit weird seeing all your work like over the whole school building, but it's cool at the same time.